Today, we're diving into the word mantis, its origins, and its surprising connection to alien abduction stories, culminating in the chilling case of Linda Porter from 1963. Let's explore how a simple insect name became tied to extraterrestrial encounters. Section 1. The etymology of mantis. The story begins with a word. Mantis. It comes from ancient Greek, munutau iota, meaning prophet, seer, or diviner. This term describes someone who could foresee the future or interpret omens, a figure of mystical insight. So why name an insect after a prophet? It's all about posture. The praying mantis, with its bent forelegs raised like it's in prayer or deep thought, reminded people of a contemplative seer. By 1758, Carl Linnaeus cemented this in science, naming it Mantis religiosa, the religious prophet of the insect world. Section 2. Mantis aliens and abduction narratives. Fast forward to the 20th century, and the name mantis takes on a cosmic twist. Across the globe, from Brazil's Amazon to Canada's Alberta, people report encounters with beings they call mantis aliens. These creatures are tall, insect-like, with elongated limbs and large eyes, resembling the praying mantis. Often, they're described as leaders in abduction scenarios, overseeing smaller gray aliens. Take a 1957 case in Cincinnati. A nurse saw a 3-foot-tall mantis-like entity days after a V-shaped UFO sighting. Or a 2022 story of a teen girl abducted by these beings, featured on Ancient Aliens. Their appearance alone links them to the insect, and perhaps to something deeper. Section 3. The prophetic connection. But it's not just looks that tie mantis aliens to their name. Some experiencers say these beings show them visions, holographic images of Earth's future destruction, warning of what's to come. Others report telepathic comfort or heightened psychic abilities after contact. Sound familiar? That's the role of a seer, predicting, guiding, revealing. In a 2016 Vice article, one abductee described a mantis-like figure consoling them during a procedure. Could this reflect the ancient meaning of mantis as a prophet? It's debated. Some see them as benevolent guides, others as cold experimenters, but the parallel is striking. Section 4. Linda Porter's 1963 encounter. Now, let's zoom in on a real story. It's 1963 in Covina, California. Linda Porter, a 17-year-old girl, wakes up aboard a spacecraft. A small gray alien leads her to a room where she meets an 8-foot-tall being, a praying mantis-like figure in charge. What happens next is unsettling. Linda watches as the aliens create a clone of a dying man, transferring his soul into it using life suspension tubes and bloodless surgery. She even sees a figure resembling herself in a tube, shaking her to her core. Over years, Linda has more encounters, concluding these beings study the human soul. Her detailed drawings, later shared with journalist Linda Moulton Howe, bring this chilling tale to life. Section 5. Symbolism and broader context. Linda's story isn't isolated, it fits a pattern. Mantis aliens often appear as overseers, their actions hinting at a purpose beyond mere science. Ancient cultures saw the mantis as mystical. Khoisan tribes called it the first living creature, a creator of language. Iranian petroglyphs show mantis-like figures as gatekeepers between worlds. Online, some call them keepers of the universe, understanding humanity's struggles. This echoes the prophetic role tied to mantis. But not everyone agrees. Skeptics point to DMT visions or psychological tricks. Still, the symbolism persists, blending ancient roots with modern mysteries. Section 6. Comparing encounters. Let's break it down. Linda's 8-foot mantis contrasts with David Huggins's terrifying insectoids from Georgia, or the Cincinnati nurse's 3-foot entity. Linda saw soul transfers, Huggins faced hybrid experiments, the nurse just glimpsed them post-UFO. Here's a quick table. Physical traits: tall, insect-like. Roles: leaders, predictors. Interactions: visions. Section 6. Comparing encounters. Let's break it down. Linda's 8-foot mantis contrasts with David Huggins's terrifying insectoids from Georgia, or the Cincinnati nurse's 3-foot entity. Linda saw soul transfers, Huggins faced hybrid experiments, the nurse just glimpsed them post-UFO. Here's a quick table: physical traits, tall, insect-like. Roles, leaders, predictors. Interactions, visions, comfort. Perception, benevolent or intimidating. The Greek mantis as seer fits many of these, especially Linda's soul-focused encounter. Section 7, Conclusion and Reflections. So, what do we make of this? The word mantis, born as prophet, seems to whisper through these alien tales. From Linda Porter's 1963 abduction to global reports, these beings blur the line between insect and seer, showing futures, guiding souls, or simply watching us. Is it coincidence, or a deeper truth? What do you think lies behind the mantis mystery? Like, share and subscribe. Barfling Arcane.